Pardon?
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for the opportunity.
Yes.
Mr. Speaker.
Yes, David Ocheng, what is the point of order?
I was mentioned advisory by the Honorable Junet.
I told him he was out of order, so you are protected.
Mr. Speaker, I just need to mention something that Mr. Junet claims to be the Secretary General of Azimio. Could you tell this House today where the Azimio offices are in this country?
Mutuse.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and if you may protect me that I may be heard in silence.
Order, members. Order.
Mr. Speaker, we are debating a very important matter, and you are sitting on a very delicate matter. When you retire to make a ruling, you'll be making a ruling for the country. I am one of the lawyers who participated in the litigation that led to this decision, and therefore I am aware of the facts and the law and the arguments that went into court for this determination to be made. Mr. Speaker, importantly, as you retreat, I am elected under the Maendeleo Chapter Party, which is one of the parties whose membership is under dispute. I will be tabling before this House a letter dated 30th January 2024 by the Registrar of Political Parties confirming that Maendeleo Chapter Party is no longer a member of the Azimio One Kenya coalition. And I will be asking you, when you retreat, to give effect to that exit in line with the ruling that you made on the 6th of August 2023, as well as the judgment of the court. Mr. Speaker, as you retreat also, I will invite you to look at an important doctrine that has been developed by the Supreme Court in the United States, and that has been applied locally. And this is the political question doctrine, or the doctrine of justiciability. This doctrine was developed so that the separation of powers can be given effect, so that matters that are for the legislature are left to the legislature, matters that are for the judiciary are left to the judiciary, and matters that are for the executive are left to the executive. It is my submission that the matter of determining the minority leadership and the majority leadership is a matter for Parliament and is not a matter for courts of law. Finally, Mr. Speaker, it is important to look at the gazettement, the gazette notice that declared the members who have won positions. In the gazettement that was released by the IEBC, there was no mention of coalitions. There was no mention of Azimio. There was no mention of Kenya Kwanza. In my constituency, they declared Mwengi Mutuse the winner under Maendeleo Chap. In all the other constituencies, and if you look at that gazette notice, there was no mention of a coalition. And therefore, you cannot assign membership based on the election. You assign membership based on the realities of the day. And this is to say that the issue of minority and majority is a moving target and can change anytime. And therefore, I urge you, Mr. Speaker, as I table this letter, to find that the numbers for Maendeleo Chap, we exited Azimio, and therefore, we should be counted on the Kenya Kwanza side.
Thank you. Madenga of Nyeri.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, allow me to start by acknowledging that in our country, the formation of coalitions is around post and pre-elections. And therefore, the determination of this case, Honorable Speaker, would only have benefited Azimio if the courts had made their determination urgently as the case was taken to court under certificate of urgency. This judgment, coming 2 years late, is unimplementable because the realities are that there have been movements in and out of Azimio. Mr. Speaker, it is important that also this House addresses the judiciary, that it is no longer tenable for the judiciary to certify a matter urgent, but make a determination 2 years late. So where is the urgency? And we must be practical in terms of handling the issues of Kenyans when they go before the judiciary. Honorable Speaker, as at this point in time, the only way out of this quagmire is for you, Mr. Speaker, and Parliament to communicate afresh to the registrar of political parties and give us the facts as they are today, and on the basis of the response from the registrar of political parties, make a determination as to which party has the majority members, and therefore let us move on with the business of the House. Honorable Speaker, I urge you to actually start and make a ruling on this issue. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Didymus.
Mr. Speaker, thank you for this opportunity. I have read the court ruling. The ruling touches on a number of issues that requires constitutional direction, Honorable Speaker, so that nobody else can misuse those kind of things to put this House into limbo, Honorable Speaker. I have singled out from what the court said that because you belong to a political coalition, you are not impartial in a manner that the Speaker of this House is required, Honorable Speaker. As you retreat to make a ruling on this matter, I want you to put your mind on what the framers of our Constitution and our standing orders mitigated when they said that the Speaker of this House doesn't have a vote. When they said that the Speaker of this House doesn't influence in a manner in which the members of this House will make a decision. Honorable Speaker, Kenya as a country and our House takes a lot of what happens in other countries of comparable jurisdictions. An example of a country, the United States, where their system is also purely presidential system. Our system is also presidential, Honorable Speaker. If you look at how Nancy Pelosi presided over the affairs of the Parliament of the United States, Honorable Speaker, yet she belonged to the Democrat Party, Honorable Speaker. If you look at what is happening now, the current Speaker, it belongs to the Republican. But that doesn't stop them from being impartial in their conduct of the affairs of the House, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, as you make a ruling on this, you must be guided by Article 122 of our Constitution that it makes it very clear that the Speaker of the House doesn't participate in the affairs of the House, Honorable Speaker. Last but not least, the role of the courts is not to make any law, but to interpret the law. When we went to elect you as Speaker of this House, we were guided by the standing orders. There is no qualifications as to which, on whether the Speaker should not be a member of any political party. And above all, Honorable Speaker, the Speaker is a member of Parliament. So as you retreat to make the determination, you must bring to the attention of the country that the Speaker is indeed a member of Parliament, but not a civil servant. I beg to differ with the ruling of the court, Honorable Speaker.
Major Bashir.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker, and I want to give my input on this matter. Honorable Speaker, this matter is a matter that you have ruled on 6 October 2022. It's now almost 2 years, and looks like you have been taken back on something that you have made a ruling. And from that time up to now, I think this House has done exceptionally well in executing its duty and mandate. Now that we have been taken back, and I think the ruling itself is not in good faith. Honorable Speaker, I was looking at the ruling itself. One thing that I picked is the issue that said the electorates determined who is...
Yes, member for Kibra. What's your point of order? Hold Bashir's time. Yes, Orone.
Honorable Speaker, only 30 members have spoken. I would wish that we reduce the minutes from 5 to 2.
We are doing 3. 3 minutes, Orone, is not too bad.
It's not too much.
Go on, Bashir. Pardon?
Honorable Speaker, I was saying that in part of the ruling, it stated that the voters determined who is majority and minority during the ballot. if you look at the specimen of the ballot paper, there was nowhere written Kenya Kwanza coalition or Azimio coalition. It was just